Time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform for people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Haba2Ms and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Hello to everybody who's tuning in live here on all of our social media platforms. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day and joining us here. But I'm so excited because we'll be welcoming a very special guest. We are going to be joined by a very talented Grammy nominated artist, and she just recently released a duet with one of my favorite artists as well, Ben Gibbard, who I really listened to a lot when I was growing up. And they created a duet which is called Every Beginning Ends, and it's also coming off of an album too that we can expect coming very soon, which is called The Hardest Part, which drops this September as well. So everybody please welcome to MYXclusive Noah Cyrus. Woo!
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Noah, for asking. Welcome to MYXclusive. We're so excited that you're here. And a while ago, we were talking about how you had a pretty long day over there and you're finally home now. I'm still working, but at least you're at home. So how have you been these days? How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm geared up and excited for the album. I've been waiting what feels like an actual lifetime for it to be coming out. So September 16th, to me, it feels very far away in a way, but it's actually not. It's very close, but I've actually waited just forever for it to come out. So I think now that we're up to like the few weeks before, I just can't wait, and it doesn't seem real. So I'm good. I'm excited. Yeah, things are good.
Yeah, I feel like that's a very exciting time for you. I mean, finally, after waiting for it, like for so long, it's finally here in a little over 2 weeks. The album will be, free for everybody to, stream and listen to and all that. So that's really exciting. And I can imagine there's like a lot of feelings, like excitement, also nervous, I can imagine, with the release as well. So is the album finished? Like it's good to go for everybody? And how excited are you?
Wrapped up and ready to go. It's been ready, and I'm nervous. I'm really nervous, but I think the nerves that were there about the release. My dogs are barking from the other room. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
There's like no turning off dogs. They're just
I agree.
Whatever room they're in, you just can't. You never know when they're gonna bark. But the nerves, I feel like I kind of got out mostly with the first couple singles, where now it's just like pure excitement, and I feel like whatever I was nervous for, kind of the songs are out there a lot, a couple of them. So I don't know, I think mostly it's just excitement, and really stoked and excited to hear what people are gonna think, and what my fans and longtime fans are gonna think, and maybe versus what they're expecting versus what they hear. I'm kind of excited to see their reactions as well. So
very exciting. I mean, from what we've heard so far from you, like the releases that you've had prior to the album, I mean, we already love what you've been putting out. So I think we're all gonna love the album as well. I mean, it's been such a great year for you. Like, I mean, you've been doing so much, obviously, throughout your career too. There's been a lot of, great music coming from you. You even got nominated for a Grammy not too long ago. Did that like kind of impact the way that you worked on the album? Like, was there a certain pressure that you kind of had to do it a certain way, or like, how did you feel about that kind of like attention to what you were doing, especially with the album?
I think I was obviously extremely shocked whenever I saw that I was nominated for a Grammy, but I also getting that nomination and realizing that people are listening and connecting and respect the music as well. Um, it it made me more confident going into making this album, because I think, you know, I'm very not confident in myself, and I think I look for reassurance in people sometimes more than I should. So I felt like that kind of gave me a little bit of confidence, and going into the studio knowing like people are excited and listening and ready, and you know, want to hear more music coming from me. And so, but I try not to like let that put too much pressure on
Yeah.
me, or like I don't know, I didn't let that get in the way either,
Mhm.
because I think had I focused too much on like the Grammys and future and what ifs,
Mhm.
nothing would have probably come as seamlessly as it did.
Yeah.
It all came pretty naturally, the record.
Yeah, I mean that's good to hear. We all look for validation, obviously, every now and then. I mean, it's a good push, you know.
It is a good push. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good
but
push, but
Mhm.
it's I definitely in, you know, I write about it, I think a lot, is in relationships especially. I think I gain a lot of self-validation in other people. And that's
Mhm.
something I'm kind of retraining my brain to do at the moment, is to get that from myself. And
Yeah.
um, you know,
Yeah, I mean, you can express all of it in the music too. We're obviously here for you. I mean, a lot of people can definitely relate to it as well. The music is just so, you know, it's something that we can all connect to. And with your recent release, your duet with Ben Gibbard, who is one of my favorite artists
oh my God,
of
no
all time.
way.
Yeah,
I
like
heard you
I
say
grew up.
that in the introduction, actually. And I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta ask her about this.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Death Cab for Cutie when I was growing up, and also the Postal Service. Great, so big part of my, you know, music taste when I was growing up. So were they also like people you were listening to when you're growing up, and what was it like finally working with Ben Gibbard on one of your songs too?
Yeah, I've been a fan of Death Cab since I was
Mhm.
really young, actually. My
Mhm.
sister, I feel like I've been telling this story a lot recently. My sister Brandy,
Mhm.
she actually would just play Death Cab all the time in the car. Um, and I remember at a young age, really connecting to the songs and the lyrics.
Mhm.
And just as I grew up, um, I kept finding inspiration within their music and Ben's lyrics, and um, getting in the room with someone you admire so much and you look up to and have had been admiring for so long, it's a bit
Mhm.
daunting going into a room with them, and
Mhm.
definitely like uh, intimidating. But Ben is incredible. He's so kind, so talented, and once we really got to work, everything came so seamlessly. Um, we had worked on another record the day before, and I had come and flown to Seattle, and we had a couple days there together, which was incredible. And I think on, you know, the last day, or the one of the last days, second to last day, I was like, would you possibly ever even consider maybe like writing something today that we could possibly, maybe totally, you can say no, sing together? I don't even know how to really even ask.
Yeah.
He was completely interested in trying it out. And I think, you know, the way we wrote the record really comes off in the song itself, and it's
Mhm.
very conversational and bounces off of each person singing the song. And that's kind of how we wrote it. It was very conversational. I'd throw something out, he'd throw something back at it. It was just very conversational, the way that we wrote
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, and I think that really reflects in the song too. Like you kind of get two different points of view when you listen to the song. Like when you talk about, when you listen to the dialogue that goes on in the song too. So I thought it was really cool. It gave like really "I Will Follow You Into the Dark" kind of vibes. When I heard it, I was like, "This is so good!" Like I love the song so much. Can you tell us more about like the story of Every Beginning Ends? Like what was like the initial like thing that you guys talked about wanting to write about a certain kind of topic or like insight for the song?
Thing that sparked, you know,
Mhm.
the inspiration behind it was the noticeable lack of interest in someone, like how loud that is
Mhm.
when you see someone completely falling out of love or out of the relationship that you're in. And we wrote this from a place, I think, where it's really not pointed at either person in the relationship. It's really kind of, maybe it's more time's fault than anything, that people just change and grow over time and become different people. And I think in relationships, Ben's dad had given him this advice. In relationships, you wake up every day and you make a choice to continue loving that person or showing them love or providing them love and giving them what they need for you guys to have a fruitful relationship. And so the song came from a place, well, neither partner um, is really putting that effort into it anymore, and we're both falling out of love here. Where do we go from here? We've had such a good ride. You're probably still even great friends, best friends. You spend so much time with this person, and I think the hardest part is the comfortability of them being around, and it's pretty terrifying to think of a world without them there. And so there's kind of that awkward place in a relationship where you reach a crossroads, and it's like you either stay or you don't, and it's pretty tough making those decisions, because if you choose to stay in the relationship, then I think, you know, you're also making a choice to continue to try and put effort into that, and that also takes love. So
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, a lot of people have felt like that kind of way, especially in relationships, like an awkward like period where you're kind of like, I'm into you, but I'm not sure if I'm that into you too. So it's kind of like a lot of people can definitely relate. I mean, it sucks, but you know, that really does happen in real life, which makes us really excited too for the album, The Hardest Part, coming very, very soon. So what can everybody expect from the album finally, like after all of this time waiting and everybody's so excited for it? What can everybody expect from the album coming very soon?
I think you can expect, I think you've heard a bit of where it's going in the singles that have led up to it, but I think you're going to be getting a way bigger sound sonically and musically. There's so many dynamics within the album, so many instruments, so many beautiful layers, and so many beautiful stories and really personal stories. So the album really touches on a lot. Yeah, I think I'm really excited for people to hear it. And for, again, like I said, I've had fans that I feel like have been waiting since I was 16 to like hear an album. So I'm really just honored and excited to be able to deliver it to them.
Yes, and we're so, so excited. We can't wait for it, coming very, very soon in a little over 2 weeks, you guys. So just a little bit more. We're going to be hearing the debut album coming from Noah Cyrus very, very soon. But before I let you go, Noah, do you have a message to all of your Filipino fans? You know, we're so excited for you and everything that you have going on. And hopefully you get to visit the Philippines too in
That's
the
what I was
future.
going to say, is
Yeah.
that I've yet to be able to do that. And I would love to be able to make it over there. My brother Trace, and I'm sure Miley has been there too, but I remember Trace going and touring in the Philippines so much when I was a kid, and coming back and talking about it and how amazing it was. So I want to get over there so bad. And that would be awesome. But honestly, I think just thank you so much for the support, even though I still haven't been able to get over there and, see everybody in person and do real live shows. And I just appreciate the support, and I'm excited for you guys to hear the music.
Oh my god! And yes, I actually was able to watch Trace when he was here with Metro Station.
Oh my
I was
God,
like really
amazing.
young. It's so funny. I was so young then, but hopefully I get to see you too when you come over.
I would
to
love
our
that.
side. Yes, and we will welcome you with open arms. But till then, we will listen to all the music online. So thank you so much, Noah, for joining us here on MYXclusive today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And thank you as well to everybody who tuned in to this MYXclusive interview. Once again, this has been Sam with 2 M's and Noah Cyrus. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.